How do you ever get from where I'm at and where most guys I think are to something like this? Like, it just seems like out of this world to me.
This building came for sale. It's about 1 mile from our admin building and our operations building. And we were running our landscape construction down the street. And so we had an opportunity to buy this building. And so we've been remodeling it, getting it all fixed up. We run our landscape construction and irrigation install out of this building here. It sits on 6 acres, all fenced in. I'll show you around that.
So what are you going to do anything over here ever?
Well, we're going to pave the rest of this. We're working on, we just put some concrete down this weekend there. We've got a little hoop house here. We got offices up front. We've got some offices in here. It's still kind of a mess. So this is all going to be concrete. Where you see these cars parked here, this is all getting concreted in the next week or two. We've got a little greenhouse here for our floral division. Got the ability to keep some trees on site.
So are you gonna like grow trees here?
No,
or?
we just store them.
Okay.
Most of these trees are tagged for a specific job site, or they could be leftovers. In that case, we'll just bring them back, keep them alive, and try to use them somewhere else. So we've got some equipment sitting here, and then we've got some storage bins for, as you can see, dirt, rock, stuff we bring back on job sites.
Dang. So do you order bulk mulch and things like that?
Most of the time we have it delivered to job sites, but if we bring it back, we have somewhere to keep it. So that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Instead of just in piles.
Oh my gosh.
So there's quite a few trucks parked today. We've got a lot of water trucks. We got a lot of rain yesterday, so the water trucks are probably sitting, so you can see.
And what do they do?
7 or 8 water trucks sitting. So they're typically watering new construction sites or floral jobs that we do. We have a lot of floral we put in, so we have to water usually 5 days a week.
Can we get out and look at this stuff?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you said this is just your landscape division?
Yeah, so we run landscaping out of this, landscaping and floral out of this here. So we had a shop down the street that wasn't working out well, and a guy reached out to me and said, hey, this was an old nursery, and he said, this place is coming up for sale. We made a decision like that. It's a mile from our other facility. It's 6 acres, all fenced in. We did a lot of work down here. This was kind of a mess, so sets up really nice for us. As you can see, we got a lot of room. We're gonna do some more paving. We got a lot of our snow pushers over there.
How many trucks like run out of this, and employees run out of this facility?
Probably 40 trucks, maybe 35 trucks, and then however 60, 70
and that's
employees.
just landscaping,
Just
right?
landscape construction. Yeah.
And then how many trucks do you have for mowing?
Our mowing in Des Moines, out of that other facility, I think we run 50 plus trucks. I mean, mowing's maybe 13 mowing crews out of Des Moines. We do a lot less mowing than we used to.
Yeah. And it's crazy that it's just down the road. Like, you have everything pretty close together.
Yeah, this made a ton of sense because of the location. So we've shown you the other location, but yeah, we have our operations about a mile down the road, and then we have our admin building across the street where all of our administrative and salespeople, account managers work out of. So we really have 3 facilities here in Des Moines. Then we have our Omaha operation, and then we have our Cedar Rapids facility.
That's awesome. Like, that just makes me smile and laugh, because it's so like to me, this is the question I've wanted to ask you. To me, just running, I run 1 or 2 crews.
Sure.
And it takes every bit of my time, and it's my livelihood. How do you ever get from where I'm at and where most guys I think are to something like this? Like, it just seems like out of this world to me.
I sometimes wonder the same thing. I started at a really young age. I have a great business partner that joined me way back out of outside of high school. And it's really pretty simple. It's just 1 truck at a time. It's 2 trucks. It's 3 trucks. We just had our foot on the gas pedal at all times. We've learned a lot along the way. We've screwed up, certainly. But yeah, we've got a great team. I put it all on. We just have great people, and everybody I talk to is having a tough time getting people. It's been challenging, so we work super hard on keeping our people. How do we retain people? Treating our people with respect, doing a lot of attaboys every morning. There's kind of a lot of knuckle bumping in the parking lot. We clean our trucks every day, and so that gives us a chance to talk to guys in the morning. But yeah, I mean, it just starts with, man, 1 crew at a time. I'm the same way. I literally was at our safety meeting and State of the Union meeting last week, and I'm looking around at I don't know, several hundred people or whatever it was, 150 people, and I'm just like, sometimes I go, how did we do this?
Yeah.
But we've been doing it for 25 years, so I'm going to age myself a little bit, but
yeah,
we've been doing it a long time.
How old are you?
46.
46. So did you use like this is like you say one truck at a time, but did you go into debt for that truck? Like where's the money come from? You know what I'm saying?
We certainly had debt. Not today. Today we're a little different, but yeah, I mean, I don't mind borrowing money. If you're going to grow a company, you have to borrow money. I don't mind borrowing money for, there's bad debt and there's good debt. If that piece of equipment that you're going to borrow money for, that you've done some work, you understand the numbers, you're going to get a return on your investment, then you got to buy it. If you've got the things worked out, but in the beginning we bought, like I said, we'd go to the auction. I'd buy used trucks, I bought used mowers, used snow plows. And then as we progressed over the years, we started buying new because it just made more sense for us. But yeah, I don't have, there's no magic sauce other than, than consistency. It's kind of like anything. We keep grinding. We keep going after the ideal client. We make lists of what clients do we want, who fits our business model. We say no to clients that don't. I'm not even involved in the day-to-day at Perficut anymore. I work on the Ballard side, but man, I've just got an incredible business partner. We've got an incredible team of people. You got to have good people around you, man. If you can't do it on your own, you've got to have great people around you.
Yeah. So okay, so let's take all of this away. Like, I'm looking at this loader and I'm just like, how in the world, because we all know how expensive this stuff is. So if you came back and you were, in my shoes, or, at the size business where I'm at, 1-2 trucks, what's the step? Like, what would you do? Since you've done it before, what would you do if you had to do it again?
That's a good question. I can tell you we weren't very good on the back end. We were really good at sales. Mm-hmm. We were really good at getting the work. We were good at getting the work done. What we weren't good at is we didn't know our numbers. We weren't good at billing. We weren't good at collecting. I've told this story many times. I think when we were doing $10 million, we lost money that year. We just weren't paying attention. We had stuff insured we didn't own anymore. We had cell phones that people had that didn't work for us anymore. We were sloppy. I think we were just, we were just turning money, right? We thought it was cool to have a bunch of trucks.
Was it pricing? Was that a part of it? Like, you weren't charging enough? Or?
Not necessarily that. I mean, just a lot of overhead, a lot of waste. We were buying things that we already had. Our shop would just go order something instead of looking to see if we already had one. So we've just learned along the way to be, we still, we get 3 bids on every truck we buy, and we usually buy from the same dealership, but we price check. We make sure that we're buying the right stuff at the right time. We try to pre-buy stuff when there's discounts. But I don't know that there's, I don't know what I would do. It's hard to say, how do you get to that next level, For us, it was understanding our business model. We started in a residential bit, and then we decided that commercial was more our niche. And, and we've done a great job marketing. It's not cheap to have blue trucks, right? Every single vehicle we buy, we have to paint. That's expensive. Look around. There's still 12 or 15 vehicles sitting here, or whatever it is. Yep. And the crews are out working, so we've got trucks sitting because we got a lot of rain yesterday, so I assume there's some crews parked today. But so I always talk to guys about, what's your brand? When you see a blue truck, you just know who it is, in Des Moines anyways, or the markets that we're in. And so we just always worked really hard on our reputation, our branding, our marketing, and then we just follow through. We just work really hard to take care of our customers, and we've had customers for 20 plus years that are still with us today. So I don't know if there's any magic to it, man. I wish it was easy, because the guys say, what's the trick? I don't know. It's like, how do you become a millionaire? $1 at a time? Yeah. I don't know.
So with branding, with selling, with really taking care of your customers, I also tell people, like, you said you had a lot of waste at the time, old cell phones and all that stuff. And I tell people, maybe look at your clients now and look back at what you're charging and make sure you're charging enough, because we've all heard about the $20, the $25 lawn guy, and it's like, at the end of the day, we all know that they're not making money.
They're just they have a job and not a company. And I always encourage guys to just get simple and get a piece of paper and write down, what's your business model look like today? What would it look like in a perfect world? If you could start over, what would it look like?
And what do you mean by that?
Like
what kind of properties you?
Yeah, exactly. What kind of equipment would you have? What would your customer base look like? And then kind of write down, what are the obstacles that are between where you are today and where you want to be? And then pick off a couple of them. Like, we're here today and I'm frustrated. if I could start over tomorrow, my company would look just like this. We would run this equipment, we would have this many people, this would be our ideal customer base, we would provide these services. Then stop doing what you're doing. If your ideal company says you should be doing this, but you're over here doing something totally different, you're pouring concrete slabs and you're grading when you're not good at it, and you're putting sod down because you're not good at it, or maybe you're not making any money in mowing but you love hardscapes, then go do hardscapes. So just get a pen and paper and write it down. Who are you today? Who do you want to be? What obstacles are in the way? And then start changing. And sometimes guys are just scared of change. Like, well, I just can't get rid of that client. Yeah, you can. You can get rid of clients.
It's kind of like the fear of saying no.
Yeah.
Like for me, like Susie still calls and, hey, can you come pull the weeds in the back? They're getting bad. I'm like, yes, I'll be there next week.
Learning to say no was one of the best things that we ever did. And we just got rid of a bunch of snow accounts that just don't fit our model anymore. And it's tough to do that as a business owner. We have tough conversations like, man, it's a lot of revenue, but they don't fit our business model.
Yeah.
We have to, how much energy are we going to spend on those 45 commercial accounts that don't fit our model? We know what we're good at. Let's just stay in our lane. And when you do that, you can usually separate yourself from the competition. And I get a lot of the same thing, like everybody in my market low balls, and I said, well, then change your model. I mean, if you're fighting in that low bid market, man, it's going to be tough to get out of that rut, and you're not going to make much money.
That's killer. Thanks for the information, the tour, Kory.
Yeah, you're welcome, buddy.
This is killer. I mean, to see this stuff, and I mean, this is the smaller facility, right?
Yeah.
The other one has a lot more equipment and people, and it's just so impressive. I'm happy I get to call Kory a friend, and you guys know we've been working with Ballard equipment for a little over a year now. It's been awesome. You guys enjoy it, and I always enjoy getting to stop by and tour all these shops. It's really cool. How many snow plows is that?
Well, those are our pushers. Our plows
Okay.
are down at the other facility, but those are pushers, so I don't know how many is there.
Do you still keep some like on site in the wintertime?
In the wintertime, we have equipment on site.
Okay.
So all of our big sites, all of our equipment's kept on site. We've got salt there. We've got the equipment that's specified for that account is on site.
And you're not pulling trailers in the snow?
No.
Okay.
No. Not unless we got to bring something back and fix it.
Look at this box truck. So is this, in the other video, in the last video we did with Kory at Ballard Inc., you were telling us that you ordered some box trucks, or is it a Zuzu's?
Yeah,
or
the NPRs.
Is that what this is?
That's an Isuzu NPR. We're looking for some heavy, I think the 19.5 GVWs, and it looks like it's going to be a 5-month wait. So this one's a little bit older, but we use it for the floral division so they can keep the flowers inside and not have wind damage when they're going out to.
Yeah, the branding, I mean, is crazy. Everything looks uniform, looks clean. That is so cool. All right, I'm having fun now running around looking at all the trucks and equipment, but hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, thanks for watching, subscribing, liking this video. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.